Hello, I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're making some drinks. I am making some lemonade, some strawberry lemonade, and I'm also will be making some ginger beer lemonade. First thing I'm gonna do is make just basic lemonade. You make basic lemonade and then you add to your lemonade whatever it is that you want to add to it. So to my lemonade I will be adding, as I said, some strawberries, and to the other one I will be adding some ginger beer. So come along with me and I will show you exactly how I do that. Over here I have a whole bunch of strawberries. I have my lemons, I have a couple limes, and I have some ginger. So the first thing I'm going to do is I will start by grating my ginger. I'll start by grating my ginger because I want to put it on to boil. So that's going to take a few minutes to boil to get all the flavor and so on out of the ginger. So let me go ahead first and grate it. And it's better to grate your ginger because you get everything out. Okay, this is enough ginger right here. Because if you use, depends on how much ginger you use, it can be pretty strong. I'm gonna go ahead and measure this ginger right here. And so far I have here maybe like a half a cup. And I'm gonna put this other piece in here that I did not grate her. So this is what I'm gonna, and this depends on how much you're using. So while my ginger is on the stove and it's boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and make my lemonade. I'm gonna use probably about maybe 3/4 cups of juice. I'm gonna go ahead right here. And squeeze a couple of my lemons. Guys, when we were growing up, I don't remember anybody having lemon trees. We all had lime trees. Almost everybody had a lime tree in the backyard. So our go-to drink almost every day was either lemonade or Marby. That's it. Maybe on Sundays you may get a fruity or juicy, every once in a while maybe a Coke, but it was mainly lemonade or Marby. I always remember that. Okay, we drank a lot of lemonade growing up. We used to make lemonade with limes back then. We used to call it lemonade, but I guess we should have called it limeade, right? Guys, the lemon's skin in here, we're not going to throw this away because we're still going to use this. There's still a lot of flavor in here. There's also a lot of vitamins in here. There's oil in here. So we also need that, okay? So we're not going to throw these away. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get some water. Make sure your water is not boiling. You want your water to be warm, not boiling, okay? And you're going to pour your water over your skin. You pour the water in here, you're going to let it sit for about 20 minutes before you use it. That way you get all the good stuff to come out, okay? So I'm going to set that aside for a minute. And the next thing I'm going to do right here is, let me measure this is my juice that I just grated. This is my juice right here. So how much did I get over here? Just got 1.5 cups of juice. So what I'm going to do is use some of this for my ginger beer and some of it for the lemonade. So let me set this aside for a minute. So now I'm going to work on the strawberries. So my strawberries is already clean. I washed them earlier. So now all I'm going to do is just cut this out from here. And then I'm going to put this in a blender. And that is what I will be doing to this. My strawberries is all cut up here. You can use as much strawberries as you want, as little. I didn't use all of them, I left some back. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some water to this and I'm gonna puree it. I'm gonna add 1 cup of water to that. To that, I'm gonna also add half a cup of sugar as well. Then let me put my my strawberries, my blended strawberries. Guys, for your lemonade, you could use the pulp and so on from your strawberry, or you can strain that. I usually strain it. I just like to drink a smooth lemonade, but if you don't mind the pulp in your mouth, you can just dump the whole thing in here. I'm gonna strain it, okay? So now let's get started here. So in here I have my lemon water that's been sitting for 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do, let me get some of this stuff out of the way. So now guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make just my basic lemonade, okay? So I'm going to use this water right here, and I need 4 cups of water. So let me just go ahead and actually I'm just going to pour that water in there. That's about 2 cups in there. So I'm gonna strain that in here to get all those little lemon out of there. Strain it. And let me see if I have any more leaf left in here. That's it. So now I'm gonna add some more to that. This is about 4 cups of water. And I'm gonna make a simple syrup. I'm gonna make some simple syrup, okay guys? So this is hot water, and I'm gonna put a cup of water here. That's a cup of water. What I'm gonna do to this hot water is I'm gonna put a half a cup of sugar to the water. Just now I put half a cup of sugar to the strawberries. So altogether I'm using 1 cup of sugar, okay? So let me just pour this in here. I had it measured out earlier, so see that's 1 cup, that's half a cup there. And I'm gonna mix this up. This is brown sugar, so it's gonna make it a little bit darker, because normally if you use white sugar, this will be white, and most people use white sugar, so you can use white sugar. But I know in the islands we used a lot of dark brown sugar, so that's why I'm using brown sugar. And but we're making pink strawberry lemonade. Yeah, guys, when we were growing up, we ate so much sugar, and you know, today, like, all the artificial sweeteners, because they tell sugar is no good, stay away from sugar, da 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 da. But when we were growing up, we made so much lemonade. We used up I think one thing that we always never really run out of was sugar, because remember, we in the island, we were surrounded by cane, we had sugar cane, so we had a lot of sugar. So we used to make a lot of lemonade and a lot of marby, as I said earlier. And around the crop season, you also go get a whole bunch of sugar cane, and you'll be sucking that all day long, so your belly full of sugar cane, right? Juice. So those were our go-to drinks. We had the sugar cane juice, we had the marby, we had the lemonade, and of course we had the coconut water. But I remember that we used to go, and we used to, around the crop time, my grandmother working crop, so we would always have sugar cane. They would always bring home cane, and if you were a little girl, you want cane, you go break out a cane, and you get a cane and you suck a cane, right? You see sometimes little boys that sucking cane all day long, and down the chest, wait from all the cane, you can't juice that dry on the chest, right? But we drank a lot of cane juice in those days. And then in the crop time, they had the sugar cane syrup. You guys remember the sugar cane syrup? If you're not from the country, you may not know this stuff, because my husband is from the city. He doesn't know any of this stuff. I'm telling you. I asked him, did you guys ever had sugarcane juice, the sugarcane syrup? I think you used to call it swag, and we used to make juice with that and put some ice to it, and that used to be so good. You used to get that in the crop season, that along with the molasses. The molasses, I think we used to get to the pigs and so on, but because the molasses juice, sometimes you would try to drink that too, but that had a different taste that you didn't like, right? But you would always get the cane juice syrup, and that is what we used to make drink with during the day. So whenever you get thirsty, it wasn't like no whole bunch of sodas and stuff, and we used a lot of sugar. Okay, and those old people, they used to get like a big bucket of sugar around the crop season. Somebody, you know, wherever they get it from, they always had like a big one of those white buckets, a big bucket of sugar cane. They had a big bucket of sugar, and that sugar will last a very long time. So that's the sugar, the go-to sugar that you make lemonade, you make whatever you want to do with that with that sugar. You just have to be careful and make sure you cover it really tight, because if you don't cover it really tight, the red ants can get in it, and next thing you know, you go for your sugar full of red ants, you gotta throw it out. So you had to make sure it was covered tightly. But yep, we made a lot of lemonades in our day. We drank a lot of lemonade with a lot of sugar, and we were fine. The old people were fine. They lived and they didn't have no lot of problems. Anyway, so now my simple syrup right here, I'm going to add to my water. There you go. And this is what the lemonade look like. This is the color that we have, because obviously we use brown sugar, right? I used to make lemonade like this, and I would add, when my kids were little, I would add vanilla essence to it, and they loved it. They were like, "Mommy, what are you making?" That was my kids' favorite drink, because I add the vanilla essence, and they always wonder, what did you put in there? It was just a little vanilla essence. A little vanilla essence changed the taste. So if you ever want to try that, make your lemonade, add a little vanilla essence to it, add some ice to it, and it is very good. Okay, so our next step now is to add our lemons. Okay, so let me get my lemons. I have my lemon juice. I poured it in this cup. Now I don't like my lemonade like really sour. Some people like that tangy sour taste. I really do not. But you can add as much as you want or as little as you want, but taste it as you go along to make sure that you don't add too much to it. So this is a half a cup right here. So I'm just going to add half a cup to that. And I'm going to strain it to make sure to get the pulp and stuff out of it. So that's just half a cup. But as I said, if that's not enough for you, you can always add more to it. And if you miss and add too much to it, just add some more water, a little more sugar, and make some more, right? So this is the pulp here that I don't need, so I'm going to throw that out. And I'm going to taste this a little bit. I like to taste my stuff, guys, to make sure it's good. Now I'm going to taste this like we always do, to see if I need to add a little more sugar or something to it. Okay, it's not too sweet. I don't want any more lime to it. For me, it is good, and it's not too sweet because I don't like it too sweet. But remember, I did put some sugar to the strawberries, so now that may also sweeten it a little more. So let me go ahead now and strain that in here. If you want pink lemonade and maybe you don't like strawberries, you're allergic to strawberries, whatever the case may be, you don't like strawberries and you just want pink lemonade, this is what is usually added to it to give it the pink color. So let's add a little bit of this. I just want to show you first before I add that. Okay, and see, and that changed the color. Now mine is a little dark and look almost red, and as I said, that's because I use brown sugar. But you use white sugar, this will be a little brighter pink. Okay, so it's up to you. But just in case you want pink lemonade, there we go, just like that. Simple like that. And I just add a little bit to it, but you could add more to it if you wanted to. Now let me go ahead now and add my strawberries. And as I said, I don't want the pulp in here, so I'm just going to I went ahead and got a little bigger bowl. It's easier to because this is a little bit thick, and a strainer with a little bigger holes to get this out. So let's do it again. Yeah, this strainer has, if you have a strainer that has the holes are a little bit bigger, it works better. When it's very fine, it's not going to work as well. And just strain it. But as I said, you know, if you like the pulp, you don't have to strain it. But if you like a smooth lemonade, then you'll have to strain it, okay? So after you finish straining it, guys, you'll probably be left back with about this much pulp here, right? So I think that's good enough. So now I'm gonna add this to my lemonade. And there you have it, guys. Strawberry lemonade. That's it. So what I'm gonna do here, guys, I have put this aside, and this is my strawberry lemonade. Over here I have this cute bottle. I found this bottle at Walmart. It was like $7, and I like it. And you see, you can write whatever is in the bottle, you can write across there. So just in case your kids or your husband's wondering what that juice drink is, you put lemonade across there, they know what it is, so then they can go ahead and drink it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pour the lemonade in here. And just remember, as I said, if you use white sugar, it will be a little brighter pink than it is right now, okay? The thing about these bottles are that you can keep them in the door in the refrigerator, so you're not keeping this big container in the refrigerator that takes up a lot of room. So you put this in the side, and there your lemonade for your husband or your kids or whoever wants to have some lemonade. Okay, so now let's start on our ginger beer. So I have here 2 cups of ginger water. This is the water that I just boiled, and it is hot, so I'm gonna make my simple syrup with this. So what I'm gonna do is, this is 1 cup of sugar. I'm gonna add my sugar. Again, my sugar is brown sugar, and brown sugar is just fine for this one because it's gonna stay brown. The color is not gonna change. So I'm going to make here, just put my sugar in here before I add it in there, so that the heat from the ginger water would melt my sugar. So now what I'm going to do is, I strained this just now with the ginger, so I don't have to strain it again because I strained it just now. So I'm gonna pour this in here. Oops. And now I'm going to put again ½ a cup of lemon juice in there. Then you make lemonade, you happen to have some extra lemon, you're gonna need this for another occasion. You can put these in an ice tray and put in the freezer, and when you're ready for your lemonade, to make lemonade or so, just take it out of the freezer, okay? And that's it. That's basically it. So now I'm gonna taste this for you and let you know if I need to add more sugar or more lemon to it. Nope. Burns you in your throat, and it has just the right amount of sugar. It doesn't need any more. So let me pour this now into one of my bottles. I have another bottle here for my ginger beer. Ooh, good, just about exact. Okay guys, So here I have my ginger beer lemonade, and over here I have strawberry lemonade, okay? And I want to show you something. When you make your juices, if you make too much of it, or instead of throwing it out, put it in the freezer. So over here I have, it looks a little bit white, but this is gingerbread. This is ginger beer, and I had made it with white sugar too. This is ginger beer that I had in the freezer. This is my pink lemonade that was in the freezer, and this is some sorrel that I had from Christmas that's in the freezer. Okay, now when I make extra drink sometimes, and it lasts in the refrigerator for a few days, I know that it's gonna end up being thrown out or something. And before I let it just sit in there, I put, these are the bottles from the water bottle, I just fill them, put them in the freezer, so when outside is hot and you need to go somewhere, sometimes you can just take a drink with you. Okay, I know in Barbados it's really hot, and instead of leaving home and going and buying a soda, a sweet drink somewhere, take some lemonade. I mean, you can make it to your own liking. You don't have to put a lot of sugar, you put less sugar, whatever, however you want to. Take it with you, and by the time, within a few hours or so, it starts to thaw. You'll have a nice cold drink. Okay, don't waste your drink. And that's what I wanted to show you. I'm gonna go ahead and taste these drinks for you. So let me first start, and see I left back some of to garnish. So let me taste this and tell you how it tastes. Now it has the ice. Yeah, it's not too sweet, it's just right for me. Okay, if you like it sweet, you add more sugar to it. And this is my ginger beer lemonade. Now I like ginger beer. If you like ginger beer, you like that little tickle in your throat from the ginger, perfect. Guys, go ahead and make yourself and your family some lemonade. You can make pink lemonade, or you can make strawberry lemonade, whatever is up to you. And make yourself some ginger beer, put it in the refrigerator, get it nice and cold, and get yourself a nice glass of drink. Guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. I read every single comment, and I always respond to you. Thank you so much for doing that. I had fun making these for my family, and I hope you have fun making some for your family as well. Until next time, bye-bye.